Today we are going to go through a project I've been working on. It's a school management system, and it is actually based on the CBC curriculum in Kenya, and I'm trying to just customize it. It is not complete, but at least it is work in progress. So I'll just like to share where I have what I've managed to do. So let's just go through it. So I have hosted it online and also I have it locally. So the online version is, if you just go to this link, school.14devs.com, you'll just find it there, and we can just sign in. We can just sign in, and you can see here is the dashboard. So you can see here is the dashboard, and now we can just go through it. We have the student number, the number of teachers, the classes we have in the school, and also the pending school fees that is supposed to be paid by the guardians. And here we have the graph for expenses and the fee collected during that month. Each month, you can just see it here. We have the January, February, March. Actually here I've just fed it with dummy data so that it can be, at least you can see what it will be doing during the whole year. So now if we go to this section for students, you can see we have the student number, name, grade, and okay, it is just the class, don't worry about that. And then we have the sections, the admission date, the gender, and here you can see we can add a new student, and it's just the same information. And then down here you can add more than one guardian for the student. You can just add, and then if you look at, let's try to edit one of them, you can see which is already populated. You see we have the name, gender, date of birth, admission, student number, the grade, section, status. So in under the status, we have the status completed if the student has already finished the school, yeah, and then maybe they were transferred before they finished, before they completed the school, the academics. So you can see here, and the ones who are still in session, that's still active. And here down here we can see the guardian or the parents. We have the name and the phone number, so you can just add more than one. Yeah, so you can also delete the students, so it's just easy. I have added this section for the view where you can see more information about the student. Now here you can just the general information you just keyed in during the creation of the student. And then we have the payment section here. If you go to the payment section, you can see all the payments that the student had made during their learning period. So let's try just to create one payment here. You can see you can add the amount, the payment date. If it was paid by cash, pay bill, you can also add for the bank, but currently mostly we use cash and pay bill. And then here we have the transaction type, either if they added their payment or it was just a correction, maybe there was a mistake somewhere. So you can just debit, and then you specify why you are debiting, and you can just add a short description to specify what is going on. And also here you can add who paid the amount, so it's only that here. Yeah, we can just try to add some. Let's say we add 1000, we credit it, it was paid by me. Description, just write completed. Yeah, if we save, yeah, you can see, I think it is just somewhere here, I'm not sure. hidden somewhere inside here. Yeah, you can just see it somewhere. Yeah, this one here, I added 1000. It is ordered by the date created, and I populated the database from January to December. So, and currently we are in March, so it's just okay. And then here we have the option for printing the actual payment that the guardian, maybe the guardian or the parent managed to pay, so that they can go with the receipt. So here you can see we have the receipt with the amount they paid and the balance that they have. If it is negative, it's that they paid an excess. So next time, if they, in the next session, they can just use this one and then add the extra amount being charged for that session. Here you can see the teacher can sign, or the finance officer, they can sign and then stamp the document until it will be valid to be used later in case the records get interfered with. And then here we have the option for seeing all the statement, all the transactions that have been made for the student since they are admitted. And here you can see the amount that they were billed and the amount that they credited the school. So you just see all the amounts here. These ones were used for payment for library examination and all the activities. Yeah, and then at the end of the document, you can see the balance that they have. Yeah, it's just that simple. I think we have finished this section, and then we have the results for the student. So here you can just see all the scores that they had for that period. Yeah, you can also add. Yeah, you can filter according to the academic year. You can just filter and then search, and they'll just change. Yeah, there's nothing more to talk about here. And then we have this SMS section. Here is where you can write an SMS to the specific guardian of the student. Yeah, and I have added an option where you just fetch all the guardians that you added during the student creation, and then if you just select them. If you have an extra number you want to add, you can just write it here. Let me put my number. Yeah, 7. Okay, I'm not sure. 9457 1900. This is my number, so it can send more than one message. So let's try to say hello to me. Let me open the phone. You can see if the message will just appear. So just a moment. So here is my phone, and let me just separate this so that you can see everything that is going on. So here, let me just write just hello done, and then send the message. Actually, I don't have this number available, so let me just use the one that I have in my phone. So if I send, you can see the message has been sent. So let's wait for the message to pop up in my phone. Yeah, and you can see the message has popped up. We have received the message, and here you can see the status will be updated. I've created a cron job that is running in the background. After every minute, it will be fetching every SMS that has a pending status. It will also always check for the updated status. So right now, if we try to refresh, you can see it has been updated. It is delivered, and we can see here the message has been delivered. So we have covered that. Yeah, so if we still continue, we have this section for the teachers. I haven't added more information here. It's just the creation of the teacher I'm yet to work on this part. So you can just see, you can just add a teacher, the name, phone number, email, the national ID, the gender, employment date, and the status if they are active or inactive, and also the subjects that they are teaching. Let me open one that is populated. So here you can see all the subjects that the teacher is teaching. You can add or you can also remove. Yeah, it's just that simple. Yeah, you can, yeah, that's all here. And then here you can just add the subjects that are being offered in the school. You can just, as much as you want, you can click here, you add the name, and then also you can edit. Yeah, we have this section for classes and the class sections. You can, in Kenya currently in the CBC we have the PP1 until grade 12. So here I've just populated it, and you can see everything's just working fine. So, and the sections is there. If you have more than one class, a class can have more than one section, and here you can define them. So I think this section is just over. Then we have this part for final section, where we can collect the fee for the student. It's just the same part as the one for the single student, but now it is the bulk. You can just update. You're not going through a lot of navigation. It's just part for collecting fee. Now you can see this part here. You can filter by student's name, the student number, the classes, also the sections. So here we can just try to filter for grade 8. If we search, we see all the grade 8 students here, and then we can go to one of them and then collect the fee. Now here in this section you can see the total fee billed, the total paid, and the balance. Currently they are being they are supposed to pay. Currently they are supposed to pay this amount. Yeah. So if you want to add some payment, you can just let me add 5,000, and then you can save it. Yeah, and the balance, you can see it has reduced, or let me just put 200,000. You can see the change, 200,000, then save. So their balance has remained 87,000. So that's all you can do here, and then you can print after the payment, you can print for the guardian to go with the receipt, and you sign it and stamp it, and that's all. So the next section here, you can create the fee type. You can have the fee type for examination, library, lab, tuition, hostel, development, transport, and all that. You can add all of them, and then you have the fee group. This is the place where you group the fee types. So let's say you have the term 1 section, the term 1 for the academic year. Now you need to specify the amount that will be charged in every activity. Now if we go to this section, let me just edit one of them. So let's say 2017 term 2. Now it is just a fee grouping them. So let's say we'll be having the sports fee that will be charged. Then you specify the amount. We have the medical, you specify the amount, miscellaneous, and the lab. You just specify all of them here, and then we'll use this part somewhere, so it is important. Yeah, you can just add in this section. So we have this section for assigning fee. So let me just try to filter, and then you can see what's going on. Fee group. Now here we are going to assign the students who are in class 8. We are assigning them the fee group, which has all the payments that they are supposed to pay. So let me select the class which is grade 8. Section is section blue, and then fee group, the one that we tried to edit last time, was 2017 term 2. So I'll just select it, and then here it will autofill all the fee types that we selected in that group. So you can see all of them here. Now if I want now to assign the student this fee group, okay, if I want to assign the student this spot fee type in the fee group for 2017 term 2, just search and see all the students. So if they're not supposed to pay for the sports, I can just uncheck them and then submit the selected students. Now they want to be billed this amount. Yeah, and that's all in this section. And then we have the expenses. You can just add all the expenses that you've been having for the school during the whole academic year. Yeah, now you can select all the academic. Now you can select all the expense categories. You can specify the amount and the description, how you used, and how you use the money. And then here you have the section for creating the expense categories. Yeah, that's all. Now going the next section for the academics, you can add the academic years, which is just simple. You can add, edit, yeah, specifying the start date and the end date, and the status if the academic year is active or not. Yeah, all the sections are just looking the same. Then you have this option for selecting the term, adding the terms that we have. Mostly we have term 1, term 2, and term 3. And then we have the student attendance. So in this student attendance, you can just select the class that you want to mark the students who have attended and those who are absent. Now we have the class 8 green, and then you select the date. Today it is 18th March 2025, and then you just search. So you see all the students have not yet been selected, so you can select all, or let's say this first one didn't attend school, you can just uncheck and then submit the information. So the next thing here we will do, we just go to the exam results. Here is where you add the results for the students. So let's say we have let me select 2025. This is our academic year. It is currently in term 1. Then select the exam type, it is Cat 1. And then we select the class. We are working with let's say grade 6. And then select the section, it is section blue. And then the subject that we want to work with is, let's say, health education. And then search. So you will be listed with all the students here. Currently I don't think we have the student for blue. Let me try to select another one. Let me just use the class and then search. Now we have all the score for the health education for that academic year 2025 term 1. So if we want to change the values here, you can just specify the out of, maybe let's say it was out of 30, and then here it will just autofill the out of all the fields. It will be autofilled, and then here you can specify the scores, but let me just return it to 100. You can see it is updating the out of field. And then here, after finishing everything, you just submit. I have the submit button down here, but you can also press enter for the submit button to be triggered. Yeah, and that's how you just add the results in bulk. You don't have to worry about going to each student and adding the results. And here we have the exam types. We have the Cat 1, we have the Cat 2, mock, main exam. You can have many of them depending on your school. And then the next section here we have the exam result groups. Here I've defined to make it easy for printing. I just decided to make it to group the exams. So let's say if you want the exams for let's say 2025 academic year of 2025, and then have the term 1. I just only need for the term 1. So I'll just name it I'll just name it as 2025 term 1 results. Now here I'll just specify it is Cat 1. I don't want too many of them, but you can also group them more than one, so that the printing will include both the Cat 1 and Cat 2, but I'll just stick with one here, and then you just save. So after saving, let me try to search it, 2025 You can see term 1, here it is. Now if you go to this section for view, you can see all the students, but now you can just filter. Already the exams has been filtered to term 1, cut 1. So you can just search any student that you want, and then you can just go here and print that result slip. You just give it some time for it to load everything, and then it will appear. Now you can see we have the result slip for all the exams that the student did for cut 1 2025, term 1. So you can see everything, and it has been graded. Here currently we are using this grading system for below exception, meeting expectation, approaching, and also above expectation. So I don't know if not above expectation, we have the exceed expectation. So yeah, and then you can see the average now, if they passed or not. You can just see everything here. Now I think this section we have just completed it. Now let's go for the next part. Now we have the SMS notification. This one is the one that was challenging a bit, but I managed to make it work. Now here, let's just try to create a new SMS notification. Now here I've connected with a bulk SMS provider called Text SMS, who are providing me with the ability to connect with their services and then send bulk SMS to the guardians. Now in this section you can see we can just filter. We want to send, let's say we want to send the messages to only grade 8 parents. Now you can leave it blank or not. If you leave it blank, it will send out to all the classes. If you select the credit, now it will filter and then send to only the class that you have selected. Also in the section in the section field, you can see we have different sections. Now if you leave it blank, it will send to all the sections, but if you select the one, let me just select one of them so that I can send few SMSs. I think my balance is not enough. And then after selecting that, we can select either the notification type will be fee reminder or the general notification. Here you can select, if you select fee reminder, now we can use some placeholders to specify how much the student is being the school is owing the student. Now if you look at this section, you can just, let me just type a simple message. Let me type a student name, and then I'll just put the placeholder. If you click this button here, it will just add everything on the top. Now the next one, it will be guardian name. Then if I click this button here, it will just add the guardian name. These parts will be dynamic, will be replaced with the actual guardian name, and this one will be replaced with the actual student name. And then the next one, it will be student number. And then you just click the student number. It's not student name. Let me just delete this one and then add student number. And then here I'll just type fee balance. Now there's something I'll just show you in a bit, and then click the fee balance. So all these, you can just structure the message the way you want. It doesn't have to be the way I've written it. Just I don't want to type a lot of things, but all these placeholders will be dynamic. So we can see here my credit is only one. I have only one credit, so I'll have to top it up. So let me just copy this message. I want to show you something. So if I try to send this message, it won't be sent. I'll have to add the title, just for reference. So if I try to send, it won't be sent because I don't have enough credit. So if I try to send, you can just see I'll get an error. Actually, I was supposed to get an error, so I don't know what is happening. Whoa. I think I have a problem. So here, if I try to send, if I try to send this message, if I don't have the balance matching, the message won't be sent. So I'll have to top the account up first. So let me just top it up. You can just see it's very easy. I'll just go to my M-Pesa and then finish everything there very fast. Then go to the M-Pesa, Lipa na M-Pesa, buy goods. Actually, it's not buy goods. It is Lipa na M-Pesa, pay bill. So my business number will be the one that is here. I'll just paste it and then save. So the account number will be this one, the devs. Just paste it and then I'll just add, let's say 20 bob. Then I'll just enter my M-Pesa pin and then save. So this SMS, my SMS provider is charging 3 cents per SMS. So if I have topped up with 20 shillings, Kenya shillings, it will be 20 times okay, I'm not sure, 20 times 3, I guess it will be 60. Let's just confirm. So let me just close this part and then open it again. You can see the account has been recharged. So I'll just put grade 8, select section blue, and then fee reminder, and then title. Then let me repeat the message again. Student name. We have the placeholder for student name. Then the next one will be student number. Then the next one will be guardian. Yeah, guardian name. And then we have the balance. So this message will be sent to only the students that have a balance of 1 and above. So I'll just click here, balance. Now we can see, let me just close this section. All the numbers here for all the guardians is just my number. You can just see all the messages that will be popping up in my phone. So I'll just send all the messages to all the grade 8 students. So if I click send, I have created a background job that is responsible for the triggering of the messaging. For example, if you have more than 500 students and the guardians are let's say the guardians are roughly, let's say 1000, the messages will be hard to send the messages direct from the browser. You need to have a background job that will be triggered to run everything. So let's just see if you'll start receiving the messages. So now you can see I'm just receiving the messages. They're just popping up. Yeah, for all the parents, you can just see they are being added. Yeah, so everything just is just running fine. So you can see the fee reminder is actually working. So, and here we have everything sorted. Now if we go to this message, you can see we have the student name that we just specified. The student number is just, it has been replaced by the actual student number. We have the guardian name, it has been replaced by the actual guardian name, and the fee balance that is there. So you can see it is really working. And in this section, so let's assume we don't have the phone. we don't know if the message has been delivered, we can go to this section for view, and then you can see all the messages that has been sent. So also here we have the background job that is checking for the status after every minute. So we can just close this section and then view it again and see if and you can see it as all the delivery status has been updated to delivered. And actually we have received the messages here. You can see we have the evidence. So in the other section that is remaining, we have the student promotion. Now, this part, before you promote all the students, you need to mark all the students that are supposed to repeat. Now let's say we have the one in grade 1, section green. You can just search that. Now we have this student. We don't want this student to be promoted. They're supposed to repeat the class that they are in. We just select them and then submit. Now after selecting them, we now go to the promotion of the students. We know the one that we have marked won't be promoted. Now in this section for promote student, we need to create a new record for promoting. Let's say now we are promoting students for 2025. Now let's say that you can just write any title that you want as long as it is making sense. Now the status should be pending. Now we have a background job currently here that is also running after every minute, checking for promotion log that is pending. If it finds it will promote all the students. Now if we save, we have now the log will be pending. Now we'll just wait for let's say a minute for it to be triggered. Now we just give it a minute and see if it will be triggered. Currently we can see we have students. Let's say we have the student. We know the student is in grade 5. We will just come back and check it out. So if we go back here, we can see everything is we have completed. Now the students that were eligible, before we had 100 students that were in our system, and then we excluded one. So the students that were eligible for the promotion were only 99, and then we promoted 95 students. Four students managed to complete that. Those are the students that were in, I guess it is grade 12. Since they don't have they don't have the next class to go to, they just complete. And then have ignored students, the one that we selected not to be promoted here, and everything's just fine. Yeah. Now let's just go and check the student that we were looking last time. So you just search. Now you can see last time he was in grade 4, but now you can see the student is in grade 5, and I think currently this is where I have managed to this is what I've managed to create, and it is still under development. I'm still adding more features, so I'll just update you in case of any changes or any updates that I have made in the system. And you can just share anything that you might want to be added, or if you have any question, you can just reach out. Yeah, thank you for your time.